Welcome back to another video. So today we are back to review Kagurabachi chapter 17. So this chapter continues the Sojo versus Chihiro fight, and it is excellent. There's not a lot of words said this chapter besides a little dialogue between the two. It's mostly the amazing fighting. But let's get into it and talk about the implications of this chapter. So the chapter continues off from last chapter where they both speed past each other, going fast as hell. All you see is lightning and dust. And you even see this timer. And this is a 12-second timer. And it's so fire. Because I remember they said this battle would only last 12 seconds. So they start going. And they're both in the air about to hit each other. And the art is absolutely amazing. And then Chihiro and Sojo clash. And then we go to this new area. And it's like where this food is at. And it's like, it's got a chewy texture. And then after you swallow, you get a slightly sweet aftertaste. It's the best. And then we see Chihiro and Sojo like in this room. And this room is not a real room. This is in their mind. So while they're fighting and clashing with their swords, they're also talking to each other in their minds. Sojo said, "It's my way of showing respect. Eat up." And Chihiro's like, "I don't like sweets." And Sojo's like, "That's cool. I was hoping we could have a heart to heart, but all I sense is your bloodlust. But if we just go at it until someone's dead, it'll be such a waste. All this time you've been on my mind." And he says, "You're Rokuhiro's son." Chihiro says, "Who told you?" And then we actually get to see in the corner that flashback of when Chihiro literally screamed, "Don't you dare talk about my father." And I think Chihiro is remembering that. So that's why he's like kind of silent after that with the 3 dots. Like, oh shit, like I did tell him that. And then Sojo says, "You helped me to understand some things. I try not to see it, but to defeat evil and protect the weak, I accepted the nauseating belief of yours." And Chihiro's like, "Then you have no business with that sacred blade." And Sojo's like, "I disagree. I wield the sword my own beliefs as a weapon of mass destruction." And Chihiro's like, "But that's wrong. Every day I saw how my dad approached the sword every single day." And then Sojo's like, "Bruh, I do not care. The message I get from his work is go slaughter." And then he recollects like, "Every single day you aimed out with Rokuhiro?" And he's like jealous because remember, Sojo is really infatuated with Rokuhiro, and that's another reason why he wanted to talk to Chihiro, because if Chihiro is Rokuhiro's son, which he is, he'd be able to get a lot of information that he wouldn't be able to get through the books. And so he starts thinking like, wait, stop. Every day I'm so curious about who he really was. No, I don't really want to know. And he says, "I've already reached my conclusion, and I don't think I'm wrong, because just like you rescue that kid, the fact remains." And we see these 2 panels where it shows one of the police members with the mask, and then this other one that I think was crushed by a boulder. Like, I think those guys, I said last video that I don't think they're actually dead. I think they're actually dead now because they might have been actually cooked. And then Sojo says, "It answered my convictions and harmonized with them and gained slaughter." And he's talking about the fact that even though I'm not the one that's going to protect the weak, my sword knows my true intentions and harmonizes with me regardless of the fact. So he's basically saying this, Chihiro, it doesn't matter if you don't have a pure heart or want to protect the weak, as long as you have strong ideals and a strong desire, the swords are gonna listen to you. The swords are gonna harmonize with you. And so we cut back. So we actually see the real fight, and they're trying to hit each other, right? Sojo thinks that he's got Chihiro, and then he tries to slash Chihiro, and Chihiro like bolts through him. And then Sojo's like surprised, like, how did he dodge that? And then we see that the way Chihiro dodged that was that he had to sacrifice his arm. He sacrificed his arm to change the trajectory. "I'm still physically stronger, but he's significantly faster than before. The high speed riding the lightning thing he does is faster than me now." So right now, I don't think that his hand's like permanently gone. I think that when he goes back to Char's probably going to be the one to heal him. And the way her healing works is that she can heal whole limbs. So I don't know if that's going to work for Chihiro as well. But if she's able to heal whole limbs, then she's probably going to just touch his hand, and then that's just going to just grow all the way back. Or he's going to bring his arm back and then attach it, and she's going to be able to grow the rest of the body parts for it. So they go back to their mind thing. Sojo says, "You think you're the only one who can speak for Rokuhiro? I thought the same, but that's wrong. Anyone can take on that role. That's why this battle is meaningful." And then we come back to them being in their fight. And Sojo says, "Other than this Nishiki, I detect 3 cards in his hand. Long distance slashing attacks, self-defense tactics that render Mei ineffective, the charge he uses as a lightning rod. Ku and you are useless at this speed. The only way is to cloak myself with lightning and deliver a surprise blow. But the possibility I have to consider is 12 seconds. That's how long I can move when I use all of my remaining spirit energy to cloak my body with it. If I use another technique under these conditions, then movement will be restricted." And then Sojo says, "No pride and no more tricks." And then Sojo's like going super fast. Like you see the lightning all in a circle just going fast. This is what the narrator says. "If the attack was evaded, the fight would be over. Sojo concentrated the consumption of his spirit power. cloaking himself with twice the spirit energy the body allowed, ignoring what would happen after the battle in order to behead the enemy at all costs. And we see it goes from 6 seconds, 3 seconds, and then Sojo is about to hit Chihiro, and the Chihiro dodges out of the way last second. We come back to their mind thing, and Chihiro remembers what his dad said, and his dad said there's still tools for killing people. These aren't necessarily the right answer. You're gonna have to look at the world through your own eyes. While he's thinking this, we also get to see the police people that were fighting Sojo in the whatever area they're in, and I believe someone from behind the blonde dude says those sacred blades, they shouldn't be allowed to exist in this world. So I think maybe 2 of them survived, him and the other dude, but this is the dude I believe that got lost half his body, or maybe this is like the last moments of his life or the last moments of their lives before they die. And then Chihiro thinks more and he says, I accept that. Both of us speak for my father, which is precisely why I won't show you any respect. The only thing I will do is cut you down with even thicker blood loss. And then right when that happens, Chihiro slices through Sojo, cutting off one of his hands as well. Sojo turns around, and then immediately, as soon as he turned around, Chihiro turns right back behind him, traveling behind him. And then Sojo's like, unbelievable. Like, the spirit energy Chihiro clothed himself in was 3 times what his body would normally allow. But I can follow here. Like, Sojo's still able to follow, but remember, he's cloaking his body with about 2 times the energy, while Chihiro's cloaking his body with 3 times the energy. And then Sojo's like, but I can follow here. He tries to hit Chihiro with the same backwards attack he did a few chapters ago. We're literally the 89 milliseconds before the fight's about to stop. And then Chihiro's like, I knew it, you can react. And then he activates Kuro. He released Nishiki and skewed the timing. Only about a second's worth remaining, 0 distance. Chihiro thinks about all the times he was doing blacksmith shit with his father. And then he literally does a huge slash, and this ends the chapter, and it cuts Sojo's cloud gagger, and that's the end of the chapter. And you see, the slash is deadly. He literally cut like a tree in half and other trees behind that with just the slash, and luckily he was able to cut the sword in half. So either this could be the end of the fight, where next chapter Sojo could fall to his ground, and then he's gonna probably say one last thing, and then we're probably gonna get his flashback, or he's still able to use the sword even though it's cut in half some way, because maybe he's bloodlust and he's harmonized so much with the sword that he's still able to use it after it breaks. We don't know, but I really like the chapter, and I like the implications that are going to come from it. And I'm pretty sure that Chihiro's going to get healed from Char, like I said, so he's probably not going to have like no hand for the rest of the series. I think he's going to get healed from Char. But I think that's everything I want to say. Thank you guys for watching the video. Leave a like, subscribe, make sure more content like this, and hit that bell, post consistently. Let me know what you think about the chapter down below, and are you excited for Kagurabachi next week? And there will not be a break, so more Kagurabachi is coming. So I will see you guys next time. Peace.